good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Right then, morning or afternoon or whatever it is, wherever you are, it's freezing cold here. Only 12 degrees inside shed quarters. That is freezing. We're off in 25 seconds. We are going to climb 500 meters. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm going to go slightly lower than that today because my legs are a bit sore. But we're off. It's the Film My Run 500. Let me just go and press the button. 10 seconds. We've got Christoph with us and Amy, so we're going to have a nice little jog around. Just spilt my coffee. So away we go. We've got Xavi from Spain, who's just run off like a crazy man, and Lewin as well, who's gone off fast. So there's just the three of us, Amy, myself, and her, Christoph Hermans. We are the ones just doing it as it's written. Although, as I've just said, I actually am not going to do it quite as it's written. I'm not going to do 500 meters climb today. So I am going to go lower than 12. So don't look at my heart rate, because my heart rate will not tell the truth. Well, it will tell the truth, but we won't be doing the 150 BPM game, or I won't be today anyway. So I've just spilt my coffee everywhere, which will teach me for trying to have coffee on the go. It is nice coffee though. Okay. All over my keyboard. Luckily, the underside of my keyboard, so we're okay. I think I can dispense with the keyboard. I don't think I'm going to need it. So it's a long lead in. You can see we're still at 0. So the lead in is at almost 400 meters in itself. So we just have to walk that out, and then we'll start climbing. I've got the Kinni app on, so the Kinni app will try and get me to 12%, and then I will manually lower it down again. We're on tonight, so I will be doing a catch-up tonight. I'm going to do the stage 3, I think, is what I'm missing from the tour of Watopia. I've just realised I do need the keyboard because I haven't got any chat anywhere. So let me just get chat up and running. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, welcome along to the channel, welcome along to the broadcast. We're live for the next 40 minutes on the Zwift Run channel, on YouTube and Twitch, and on the Film My Run Facebook page on Facebook. Right now, Kinni has started me climbing, but we haven't finished the end of the lead in yet. So I'm going to be a little bit ahead of everybody else. That's all right. There we go. I'm not too far ahead though. Zwift Ace, hello. He says, "Are you in shed quarters?" I am. This is shed quarters. Yes. Christoph is going for 13% again today. So anybody that knows Christoph will know he's always up for pushing himself and punishing himself. So Christoph is going at 13% today. I am going at, I think 6%. So Christoph is going to win today. Win the battle of the hardest. Diana, Princess of Watopia, thanks for the ride on. So yeah, hello Zwift Ace, hello Christoph, hello Amy on the YouTube there. Anyone else who's watching as well, hello guys. 290, 311. I'm about 20 meters behind, ahead, sorry. So I'm about 20 meters ahead in terms of the Kinni app. So if you don't, let me just explain this to you. I am trying to automate speed and incline. Now, because there's not very many of you watching, Amy and Christoph, there is some big news coming soon. I'm not going to tell you any more, and I'm not allowed to tell you any more than that. I'm not even allowed to tell you that, okay? But big news on Zwift. And now I'm going to start another sentence which may or may not be related. So I'm trying to automate incline and speed on my treadmill. And currently Zwift doesn't allow that, doesn't do that. So what we do is we use the Kinni app to simulate it. So I have copied the Zwift workout and I've copied it in the Kinni app, and I've synced it now to Zwift so that the two workouts, the one on Zwift and the one on Kinni, are running just about the same time. So speed increases and elevation increases will be automated, and it will appear as though Zwift is automating those changes. As yet, we can't do it within Zwift, but we can kind of hack it in a way. Okay, now that's over and done with. Now that's out of the way. We are about to start running in 150 or so meters. Remember, also, if you want lots of XP, this is the place to get it, because at the end of every section, we get loads of XP. So you'll see in about 150 meters, we should get around, I think is it around 50 XP for this section? And then for each kilometer, it's around 100 XP for each other kilometer after that. So you can definitely bump up your XP if you join the Film My Run 500. I'm going to have a last sip of coffee before we start anything else, before we start running. Okay, Christoph reckons it's around 77. It might be. I'm not sure whether it's always the same. Does it change sometimes? I'm not entirely sure whether it's always the same or whether sometimes it's different. Anyway, we'll find out in a minute, won't we? 50 meters to go, and then we'll see what XP we get. Amy says, "Are you feeling a bit better today?" Well, I wasn't really feeling ill. I was just feeling like I needed to rest. Okay, I've sped up. So my treadmill has automatically sped up now using the Kinni app. So about 20 meters ahead of the Zwift workout. And here goes the Zwift workout. There we go, 51 XP for that. So it might be 77 for the next one, Christoph, for the next section. So yeah, 51 XP for the first section. That's the first 400 meters. Now we've got 600 meters to run before the next big lot of XP. Yeah. So let's see how we go. We'll just keep jogging, keep breathing, keep relaxing. And keep climbing nice and steadily. Keep the heart rate low. Whenever you think you don't need the keyboard, you suddenly realize you do need the keyboard. So let's just relax. Normally, Amy isn't able to join this run because it's normally at 11:35 UK time, not 10:35. And I think it may well be back to 11:35 next week. So we have, hopefully, one more stint with Amy on Thursday. Omar. Hello, Omar. He says, hi, does the Kinni app also work with the MyRun? What do you recommend for the MyRun to get auto gradient change in Zwift? Okay, so yes, you can control the MyRun treadmill with the Kinni app if you're lucky. So the Kinni app has two settings. One is treadmills that are guaranteed to work. So it will look for your treadmill and it will find it and it will control it. The other option is an experimental option, and it will look for your treadmill, it will find it, and then it may or may not control it. It depends what software version you've got. There are lots of different things that, so for instance, my MyRun treadmill doesn't work with the Kinni app, but I've seen some people say theirs does. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is and why. Amy says she's going to try and join, regardless of the time, she's going to try and join when she can. So that's good news. So yeah, Omar, I don't know if your MyRun will work with Kinni, but it's worth trying. Get the latest version of the Kinni app, and you'll see those two options, experimental and standard. So click the experimental one and see if it connects. It should find your MyRun treadmill, because it did mine, but then it may not control it. I've just realised my doors are closed, so I'm going to have to open them in a minute when it starts to get a bit warmer in here. It has now gone up to nearly 14 degrees Celsius inside shed quarters, with 9 minutes gone. Yeah, the QZ app is also worth having a look at, and also the Runcline app, but I can pretty much guarantee none of them will be easy to sort out. The QZ app does work, but you have to go through so many hoops. It's such a faff to get it to control incline. It's just, to me, it's not worth the bother. But the QZ app, I know, has worked when I've tried it. So that's a hack. So if you're interested in what Omar is asking, there are two apps. Runcline and the QZ Demos app, which will leverage the data controls that Zwift sends out for cycling. So cycling trainers are controlled by Zwift. So elevation and incline and stuff like that is controlled by Zwift. So you can automate Zwift incline on a number of different treadmills using Runcline and the QZ Demos app. However, as I said just now, that the number of hoops and the amount of work that you have to keep doing every time you log into Zwift to do this is just not worth the bother for me. There's just too much hassle, too many things to sort out, and too many times it goes wrong. Because it is a hack. So try it, by all means, try it if you want, but it's not for me. Okay, we've done 11 minutes. We've nearly done a kilometre. We should get around 77 XP for this now. And we are speeding up again. Here we go. I'm up to 6 kilometers per hour. 70 XP, there we go, just as Christoph said. And now for the next ones. So each section now is 1 kilometer long. We've got 3 more of these sections to do. And for each one, I think it's around about 100 XP for each one. So that's a good, what, 400 odd XP. Just and that's not including the XP that you get for calories burned and the standard 10 XP for every 250 meters run. So it's definitely worth it. So we're climbing in Scotland today. On a Thursday, we do New York. We go the Park to Peak route. This is the Sigur and can't remember what the name is now. Sigur and something route in Scotland. Jai Barbin has joined us from Thailand. Just a little bit later, about 500 meters behind, but he's ahead of us because he's running at speed. Three kilometers left of the Film My Run 500 with Noble Pro and the Kinni app on a Tuesday morning here in the UK. Still just about morning over in the rest of Europe, and very early, about 5 a.m. or even 2 or 3 a.m. in the USA, depending on where you are. Some people occasionally do get up and come and run with us from the USA in the mornings. But it might be this one might be a little bit early now for some of the guys. Mike regularly joins us from the US. So, yeah, it's a bit early now. So when we change back to 11:35, maybe Mike will be able to join us. If you're looking at me thinking, gosh, you need a shave, yes, I know. Victoria has already told me I will be having a shave as soon as we've finished. She says I look a mess. 14.5 degrees. Amy says she's not sure she would get up early for this one. Yeah, I mean, 10:35, 11:35 is okay, isn't it? But 5 o'clock in the morning, no thank you. Don't worry, even I wouldn't get up. Even if I was leading it, I wouldn't get up for this one if it was 5:30 in the morning. Jai Babin looks like he's had a dropout or technical problem. He's not moving at the moment. And he's logged out. Had enough. Couldn't stand the climbing. There's the Glen Finnan Viaduct behind us. Harry Potter. We've decided, or well, no, my daughter has decided she wants to watch all the Harry Potter films, one a week from now until Christmas. So apparently that's the apparently that works. So if you watch one Harry Potter film every week from this weekend just gone, if you've already had to watch one a week every Sunday, say every Sunday evening, you'll do the last one on Christmas Eve, I think. Is it Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? I think it's Christmas Eve. Anyway, my daughter knows what's going on. 400 meters to go before we speed up again. And it's now 15 degrees inside shed quarters, so I am going to have to open the window or the door very shortly. We'll get to the end of this kilometre and then I'll open the door. Whatever you're doing, I hope you've got a nice day planned. I know it's a Tuesday. What are you going to do on a Tuesday? But it's lovely outside. So maybe if you're working, you can, once you've finished work, get out and go for a stroll. In the park or along the seafront, wherever you live. Go and get some fresh air. Amy says they've only managed to watch the first two films. Sophie, Amy's daughter, one of Amy's daughters, keeps saying she's going to be scared. And they're on to the fourth book. Well, I mean, for my sins, I've never read any of the books. I know my daughter Elsa has, but I don't know how many of them she's read. Thank you everyone who's dropping ride-ons, by the way. So because I'm only going at half the elevation today, you shouldn't see my heart rate get anywhere near 150. Tracy Ranby, thanks for the ride on. Currently 116-ish beats per minute. So we want it to stay around 130, I would have thought, by the end. ...20 minutes done. Not quite halfway. So I'm going to speed up shortly, just slightly ahead of the rest of the gang. Here's the arch coming up. And we're not far off 2 kilometers done. Right, I'm up to 6.5 kilometers per hour now. Through the arch we go. 107 XP. 107. Apparently there are 7 people in this run. I don't know where they all are. But it says I am currently first out of 7. So Christoph's saying he reckons that's the maximum XP we get. Next one will be around 99. Okay. It's all good though, isn't it? There's Glasgow over there in the distance, and there's, we can still see the Glenfinnan Viaduct behind us. And I'm going to open the doors because it's getting a little bit warm in here. And a quick sneaky sip of coffee as well. 2 kilometers done. 2 to go. We're halfway, over halfway in terms of time. Still climbing. Heart rate looking good. So we'll be on tonight. Whether you need to do stage 3 of the Tour of Watopia, I don't know, but that's what I will be doing. Stage 3 Tour of Watopia. I think it's 5:30 this evening, UK time. I don't know if anybody else needs to do any makeup runs, but we have a whole week of Tour of Watopia makeup stages where you can do any of the stages at some point during the day, all the days this week. So if you're missing any, this week is the time to get them in. Ken Weinstein, thanks for the ride on. 700 meters left of this kilometer. Stay up on your toes, keep those calf muscles working to bounce you up the hill. Heart rate 121, gradually creeping up. But we don't really want it to go above 130, ideally, at this elevation, at this incline level. Mike, thanks for the ride on. So Mike's probably just got up thinking there's no way I'm going to go and do this at this time in the morning. When it goes back to 11:35, then I'll consider it. I can see it ticking over in his brain. Amy, good morning. Tina, good morning. She says, how are you feeling? She says, I got a soaking at the track. So Tina went to the track last night to do her workout. And she got wet. Because I presume it rained. Not that people threw buckets of water at her. Although, you know, who knows? Excuse me. So, yeah, Tina, I'm fine. I am doing this at half elevation. It's not that I'm not ill. But I don't want to get ill. And I just feel like I'm not resting enough this month. I need to rest. This month, it should be about recovery and about preparing my body for the next 4 months of marathon training. And I did 100k last week, which is ridiculous. So I should be doing maximum 50 or 60. So I just thought I should have a rest day. I don't want to overdo it this month. Amy got soaked as well last night, but just because she was wearing a jacket running and sweated so much inside the jacket. 400 meters to go till we speed up again. 1 mile remaining, less than a mile of the Film My Run 500. Paul Rayner, thank you very much for the ride on. So ticking over nicely, getting the climbing in, and hopefully we will be all right to run this evening and do the stage 3 tour of Watopia at 5:30 p.m. UK time. Join me if you would like, but I understand if you have a different tour of Watopia stage that you need to complete, then you must do that, or feel free to do that if you need to. I'm quite happy. Do you know what? It's very nice that people feel they want to join me because they don't want me to run on my own. And that is awesome. And it's testament to the community. But I'm quite happy to run on my own if I have to. "28 minutes gone, just reaching the end of the com here, go through the big arch. That doesn't mean the climbing is completely done though. Folder, TFC, thanks for the ride on. Even though there's a bit of downhill coming up in the game, we keep climbing. In reality, on the treadmills, we keep that incline up. Christiansen from Sweden, thanks for the ride on. Appreciate it. Just noticing the instructions there about not leaning into the climb too much. You don't want to be crouching into it and hunching yourself over, because that restricts the lung capacity that you have and the amount of oxygen that you can inhale. So head up, shoulders down, and just only lean in a fraction into the climb. You've still got that piece of wire running through your spine and out the top of your head, pulling you up. 100 meters to go, then we'll speed up and hopefully we'll get around about 100 XP at the end of this kilometre, which is all very exciting. This is the place to be for XP. Forget stages of Tour of Watopia. This is where you want to be. Film My Run 500. Twice a week. Half an hour gone. 11 minutes to go. So we're going up to 7 kph now. When we get through that arch, I'm a little bit ahead, still 20 meters or so ahead. So I've just gone up automatically using the Kinni app to 7 kph. We have just over a kilometer remaining. And I missed how many XP that was. Who saw how many XP that was? I missed it. I wasn't looking. $99. Thank you, Christoph. So 107 followed by 99. So we've had 51 XP, 70 XP, 107, and 99. So we've got one more, or is it two more? One more at the end of this kilometre. I don't know if we get a little bonus at the end of the run itself. I've never noticed that, I don't think. So maybe we should try and keep an eye out for that today. We'll definitely get around about 100 at the end of this kilometre. And then we have 200 metres to run. And at the end of those 200, I don't know if we get anything. We'll see. Okay, heart rate did go up a bit there. I think I saw 128. So like I said, we don't want to hit 130 really. Right, Christoph says the total XP is around about 660. Is that including the 250 meters, like the 10 for each 250 meters? You've also got the calories burned, which is massively underestimated because the calories burned is not taking into account the fact that we're running elevation. It just thinks we're running flat. So we're only given, what is it, around 150 calories burned, when actually it's much more like 400 calories. Hit 129 there as well. So we probably are going to go up to 130 by the time we finish. I don't have the fan on. Maybe I should have the fan on. It is 16 degrees now inside shed quarters, even with the door open. So just being a bit quiet, just to bring that heart rate down a bit more. $700 meters to go. Gentry, thanks for the ride on from the States. up early. Thank you, Amy. I should do the same. There we go. Christoph and Amy, ride-ons dropping on their heads right now. 400 meters left before we speed up for the last time. Simon Funnel, thank you for the ride-on. "36 minutes gone, 5 minutes left. Less than 5 minutes left. Jamie Caesar, thanks for the ride on. Heart rate 128. I am definitely going up to 130 when we hit the last 200 meters, aren't I? Thanks very much for joining today, everyone, by the way. I say everyone. Christoph and Amy, thanks for joining. Need to get this time back to its normal slot so we can have all our Asian runners back with us who inflate the numbers nicely. 155 heart rate for Christoph, but he is at 13%. Last 200 meters. 92 XP, lovely. Amy says, well done, everyone. 1 minute to go. Heart rate immediately up to 134. Didn't really want to go above 130, but there we are. See you soon, Amy. Thanks for joining. Appreciate your company. And there we are. So max heart rate was actually 137 there by the end. Still not as fit as I'd like to be. Nowhere near, actually. Marathon training starts in December. So yeah, but I'd like, I would like to be a little bit fitter than I am now anyway. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate your company. I didn't notice whether we had any more XP added on at the end there. Again, I missed it. I should be able to rewind, shouldn't I? I used to have a thing where I could record the stream and just play it back immediately, like an action replay kind of thing. But I disabled it in the end because it was taking up too much resources on the computer. But it might be time to get that back again and have a little look, because we do miss some things. You can go back later, of course. I can rewind the stream on YouTube and check, but sometimes it's nice to do an action replay when something happens. I'm still running, aren't I? I don't like that because it's uncomfortable for me to see myself running when I'm not running, he says. Right, end run. There we go. Let's save that. Oh, it says no club. Let's put the FMR club in there. There we go. If you are in the FMR club, by the way, I know that sometimes people are in lots of different clubs. But yeah, don't forget that when you save your run, make sure it's saved as an FMR run. Right, so don't forget Tour of Watopia's tonight. Whatever stage you want to do, make sure you get yourself sorted and go and do that. I will be doing 5:30 p.m. UK time, stage 3 short course, but stage 3 of Tour of Watopia. So I will see you guys then. Take care, everyone. And yeah, see you tonight. Bye-bye.